In this module, my intention is to drill pretty much every single verb we've encountered in the course so far, and I'm going to start with modal verbs. So how would you say he, she, or it can't? No puede. They're going to. Van a. You're not going to. No vas a. We're not going to. No vamos a. You don't want. No quieres. I have to. Tengo que. You don't have to. No tienes que. He, she, or it wants. Quiere. I don't want. No quiero. We're going to. Vamos a. He, she, or it doesn't want. No quiere. You can't. No puedes. He, she, or it isn't going to. No va. You're going to. Vas a. I don't need. No necesito. He, she, or it can. Puede. I don't have to. No tengo que. I need. Necesito. You want. Quieres. You have to. Tienes que. He, she, or it is going to. Va. I want. Quiero. I'm going to. Voy a. They're not going to. No van a. You can. Puedes. He, she, or it has to. Tiene que. I can't. No puedo. I can. Puedo. I'm not going to. No voy a. He, she, or it doesn't have to. No tiene que. Finally, I'd like to fill in a small gap that we currently have in our modal verbs. How do you say I need? Necesito. I don't need. No necesito. Now, these are coming from the full verb, the infinitive, which is to need. This would be necesitar. There's quite a lot of syllables in that infinitive. We have ne, se, si, tar. Necesitar. So this is the full verb to need. I wonder if you could guess from the infinitive necesitar how you would say you need. Necesitas. It's a little trickier to get to because we have so many syllables in the full verb, but just as always, we would get rid of this ending, the AR, and replace it with AS. So necesitas, that is you need. How would you say he, she, or it needs? Necesita. So here we have three angles for that modal verb. We have necesito, I need. Necesitas, you need. Necesita, he, she, or it needs. Let's run through them again. How do you say I need? Necesito. You need. Necesitas. He, she, or it needs. Necesita. I don't need. No necesito. You don't need. No necesitas. He, she, or it doesn't need. No necesita. The next thing that I would like to drill are all the full verbs, all the infinitives that we've used in the course so far. Now, I'm not expecting you to remember all of them because we've only touched on some of them very briefly. So the idea is that you can use this drill not necessarily as a test, but to help you to learn them properly now at this stage, because this will give us much more material to practice with as we move forward. Let's begin. What is to do or to make? Hacer. To know. Saber. To have. Tener. To eat. Comer. To see. Ver. To say or to tell. Decir. To give. Dar. To have dinner. Cenar. To dance. Bailar. To find. Encontrar. To go out. Salir. To speak, to talk. Hablar. To buy. Comprar. To eat. Comer. To be. Ser or estar. To call. Llamar. To go up, to climb. Subir. To take, to drink. Tomar. To prepare. Preparar. To arrive. Llegar. To receive. Recibir. To depend. Depender. To rent. Rentar. To kiss. Besar. To sing. Cantar. To doubt. Dudar. To smoke. Fumar. To pay. Pagar. To cover. Tapar. To touch. Tocar. To use. Usar. To sell. Vender. To break. Romper. To suffer. Sufrir. To admire. Admirar. What I'm going to do here is drill you using the modal verbs, the infinitives that we've used, full verbs, and also some of the pronouns, all combined together. So there won't be any present tense in this, it's just full verbs, modal verbs, and some pronouns. Let's get started. How would you say, I'm going to kiss her? Voy a besarla. I need to do it today. Necesito hacerlo hoy. He doesn't have to rent it. No tiene que rentarlo. You're going to receive it soon. Vas a recibirlo pronto. You have to arrive on time. Tienes que llegar a tiempo. You can't smoke here. No puedes fumar aquí. She doesn't want to eat now. No quiere comer ahora. I want to cover it. Quiero taparlo. They're not going to find her. No van a encontrarla. Do you want to dance? ¿Quieres bailar? He's going to pay you this afternoon. Va a pagarte esta tarde. It's going to depend. Va a depender. She can't go up. No puede subir. He doesn't need to tell them. No necesita decirles. She doesn't want to speak. No quiere hablar. I don't want to have dinner with him. No quiero cenar con él. He's going to prepare dinner. Va a preparar la cena. I can buy it tomorrow. Puedo comprarlo mañana. He can call you later. Puede llamarte más tarde. We're not going to use it like that. No vamos a usarlo así. She needs to see you today. Necesita verte hoy. You can't touch it. No puedes tocarlo. They're going to break it. Van a romperlo. I'm going to have it for her tomorrow. Voy a tenerlo para ella mañana. You're going to admire us. Vas a admirarnos. I don't need to know. No necesito saber. You're going to suffer. Vas a sufrir. I can't eat. No puedo comer. You have to be here. Tienes que estar aquí. They're going to sell it. Van a venderlo. I'm not going to sing. No voy a cantar. I want to give you something important. Quiero darte algo importante. She wants to go out tonight. Quiere salir esta noche. I'd like to use part 4 of this module to once again revisit the topic of placement of pronouns. I did a video on this back in level 2, but I would like to touch on it again. First of all, let's have a look at our well-known modal verb structure. So this is where we start with a modal verb like necesito, and then we can follow that with any infinitive that we like, and also tag on a lot of different pronouns. So you can see that the pronoun placement in this structure is at the end. The pronouns are being tagged on or added on to the end of these full verbs. That's the placement of the pronouns in this modal verb structure. However, when you are conjugating verbs, such as what we were doing in the present tense, you would start with the infinitive of, for example, to find, but then you can conjugate I find, you find, he, she, it finds, and so forth. Now, in that structure, when you're conjugating verbs, the pronouns are placed at the front. So, for example, I admire you. First of all comes the te, and then admiro. Te admiro. Here you can see the pronoun is at the front because we're into conjugating verbs. Or I sell it would be lo vendo. He buys it. Lo compra. So in short, if we're using modal verbs, that structure, the pronouns will come at the end. They get added on to the end of the infinitives But if we are conjugating verbs, digging down into them, such as we were in the present tense, then the pronouns will come at the front. So it's important to keep that clear in your mind as we move forward and to never become confused about where the pronoun should go